Hi, this is Pastor Bob, and welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. Who do you allow to define you? All of us let people into our lives, and some of them play a significant role, and some of them don't. And all of us really are influenced by people that we have in our lives, some more than others. Obviously, you've been influenced by your family, by your friends. But sometimes we're also influenced by random strangers. That's a big one. And that's a phenomena that's only happened since social media has been in place. When you see people that leave really bad comments on a video or a post that you've made or whatever, you can get really bummed out. It can ruin your day. You can feel really bad because that person just defined you in a way that made you feel bad, but yet sometimes we accept those definitions. And it's interesting how 99% of the people around us can be very positive. That 1% begins to define us. That's the one we believe. And so, many times what we really have to ask ourselves is, who do I allow to define me? Well, obviously, the first place I go is to God. What does He say about me? And who does He say that I am? That's the most important thing. We talked about that the other day. But then secondly are people who know me well, people that I know have my back, have my best interests, and people that I know that I can trust. Now, when they tell me something, it holds some significance. I know that I can trust them. I know that they have my best interests at heart, and what they have to say to me is credible, whether it's positive or negative. And usually they let me down pretty good. In other words, they don't let me fall too hard. But who do you let define you? There are those people in our lives that make our lives miserable. They're not close friends necessarily. They're not people that we would let near and dear to our hearts. In fact, some of them you might not even call friends because they haven't proven to be trustworthy or the kind of quality people that you would want to have for a friend. And yet sometimes those people are the very ones that really end up defining us the most. So who do you trust to define you? And folks, when you make that decision on who you trust to define you, then don't allow other people to keep defining you. Some of you are so frustrated because you've allowed people to define you who don't know you, who don't trust you and you don't trust them, and yet they've made a bit of damage in your life because of what they've said about you. Don't let that get to you. There are some people that are just miserable, and all they do is go around defining other people and, saying things that trying to make other people's lives as miserable as theirs are. One of the greatest joys of my life has been to have people close to me, people that know me, people that can encourage me, people that also aren't afraid to tell me something when I need to hear it. It's a lot easier to hear those things from those people. So that's our question today. And I want you to think about this. Who defines you? And only let those people define you that have your best interests at heart. God bless you. Have a great day.